Well, g'day folks. Welcome back to another episode where we've got another jam-packed, fun-filled adventure episode for you again. Two parts of this episode. Starting off, number one, first part is here at Bullara Station, a homestead and station that's been in the family since 1950s on about 250,000 acres of land along the Ningaloo outback. We've opted to stay here for the next 3 nights because the second part of this episode we're going to share with you as we head over to Coral Bay our dive and experience with the Manta Rays of Coral Bay. Now, we opted not to stay in Coral Bay. We've decided to come here to Bullara Station because we love getting into station stays, that outback authentic feel that you get with quality station stays just like Bullara behind me. But also we've been through Coral Bay, pretty busy. We're just in there for the Manta Ray dive experience. We're going to take you on that experience a bit like the whale shark dive experience. We're going to take you through everything from beginning to end, what's included, what you get in the experience, and the overall experience itself as well. But first up, we're going to share with you here Bullara Station. We're here for 3 nights, so I'm going to take you in, show our campsite. Awesome site, nice big site. Heaps of families around, plenty of kids to see and do. Now, it is on the tail end of what has been the WA school holidays, so it's a little bit quieter, but speaking to Dean, who is the chief, I guess you could say, when it comes to the camp host. Dean is actually employed here. He's taken over helping the management of running the station itself. So what interesting point that he mentioned to me today, he's been here coming on his 2nd year now. They've employed people to run this station in terms of the needs and facilities and accommodation requirements of guests like us. It's not camp hosts who volunteer their time. So these people are actually working here full time to provide the Bullara Station experience. So I think that's pretty cool. We're going to head over very shortly to see a chap who's been here working for about 7 years. He's going to tell us a little bit about the history, so I'll share that with you guys and girls. He takes us through a bit of how to prepare and cook a damper, obviously, as well. Nothing more suitable when you're staying on a station stay. So kick back, relax. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, smash that bell so you get all the notifications of all the wonderful things we want to share with you as we travel this beautiful land known as Australia. Drop any comments and questions that you've got below. We'd love to hear from you, but enjoy part 1 of this episode, all the good stuff Bullara Station has to offer, and then part 2 following this we'll head over and share with you the Manta Ray dive. But this is our site here. So we're site number 3, Wool Station site, I think it's known as Wool Station 3. I'll show you the new Wool Station that they've just built over there. Beautiful cafeteria where you can go for some lunch, scones, coffee, breakfast, dinners and so forth. Mel's just kicking back in the campsite over there, as you can see. But nice big sites. Yeah, got our own little tree, a little bit of a grass area there for the dogs. Get a bit of a fire going over here at some point. And then Wednesday, we're booked in for a dinner. What are we doing for dinner?
We're doing a beef brisket baked potato.
We're not. They are.
Well, they are, but we're coming.
Yeah, so the hot tip is we had to book in for it. Now, it's a Monday night, Tuesday night was booked out. So things book out pretty quickly, but
yeah.
You book, when you check in at reception, you can book in for what they've got going on their nights that they're cooking on those nights.
Yeah, and it's really important that you do book, because if you don't book, you miss out.
Absolutely.
That's just how it goes.
Things book out pretty quickly here.
Yeah.
It is actually very well renowned apparently for the burger nights that they put on Friday nights, but unfortunately we're not here for a Friday night. Who knows, we might have time to stop back here for a Friday night burger. Speaking of Dean, who's the camp host manager, he was saying that they did 400 burgers last Friday night during school holidays. So how epic's that? But we'll share with you our brisket dinner that we're going to on Wednesday night, and we're going to head over and have some jam and scones.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Chris mentioned, but everything that they cook on this station is all their own local, like their own produce. Yep. So their meat comes from their own station and everything else comes from their own station.
Yeah,
so,
and you can actually buy their meat as well at reception. Yeah. They've got a fridge freezer section, I believe. Now the cost to stay here, how much was it a night approximately?
You're really testing me.
Okay, we'll drop the details down below. We can't remember because we booked this a little while in advance, but Wasn't too expensive, didn't break the piggy bank. It is off-grid though, so there's no power, so you've got to be self-sufficient. But
there
like I
is
said,
powered sites though,
yeah,
but we chose to go unpowered, and you have to bring your own water, and if you want a fire you need to bring your own wood as well, because they don't supply here. So
there you go. So Dean, the camp host manager, was saying they just finished this only a few months ago, so they've grassed this area all out here with outdoor chairs and tables, and this is a new wool shed that they've reconstructed with the cafe that you can sit in there and enjoy a cup of coffee, tea. We're going to get some scones, jam and cream scones hopefully. How cool is this? It's beautiful concrete slab. The original shearers machines up here as well. Sick. So we're just going to share with you folks the lavatories of Bullara Station that it's well known for, and I definitely will be jumping in to have a try of this myself. But have a look at that, the shower,
it works
on a tree into the bucket. All right, lava shower. See how cool this is, fresh.
Are you the ones that spoke with the fire, or?
I'm not too cold.
Yeah. Yeah. He's really cold by this time,
Beautiful. That's awesome. It's not too bad. It's not as cold as the Python pool that we swim in, that's for sure. Just freshens you up a little bit and keeps you cool for the rest of the tour as we walk this Bullara Station with us. So whilst I had a cold lava shower, because it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's pretty warm, you don't want to be having a warm one. Those showers are actually heated as well. I think they're from 7 AM and from 5 PM. You can see here they have food for the donkey. Please don't take firewood signs, but essentially, yeah, they've just got firewood here that heats up. The hot water furnace obviously pushes the water up.
No, it pushes the water
pushes
down.
the water down, sorry, from the tank. Sorry, I meant to say the tank from up above is the water. Gets heated up in the hot water furnace, pushes it through to the lava showers there. So, but it's like mid 20 degrees. I'm not having a warm shower right now and I feel refreshed after having that. I don't know. I'm a bit of a freak of nature. I love jumping into cold water. Drop it in the comments if you're one of those below. If you love that feeling of just getting into cold water, that first moment where it takes your breath away, which makes you feel alive. Tell me if you're as nuts and mad as I am, because the girls look at me when I jump into cold water thinking, what is wrong with him? I just love it.
I jump in with you sometimes.
Oh, I don't know, not all the time.
Not in the Python pool though.
Not at the Python pool, you didn't.
Because that one was way too cold.
That was fresh anyway. But yeah, anyway, there you go. That's the lavatory shower. Get down and try it out. So we're just about to get started and see Damper John. I just thought I'd show you the damper before they get demolished. Smells good, mate. Thought I'd shoot them before it all gets demolished, eh? You Damper John? Oh, excellent, mate. Looking forward to the show. So here we go, the taste test of John's damper. We've gone the spread, but I did try it before the spread went on, and it is soft, delicious. Cheers, girls. John's damper. Damper, let us know. Ready? How is it?
Looking at each other, it's perfect.
So yummy.
How's the texture?
Amazing.
Cooked perfectly.
So fluffy and beautiful.
Nice and fluffy, crunchy on the outside, which is the important test. Texture's good, eh? What do you give John out of 10?
Well, this is probably the best damper I've tried because I don't eat damper very often. I give it a good 10, solid 10.
Solid 10? So show kicks off here at 5.
I'm 9.5.
9.5. Get down here early because as you can see it's jam-packed. They counted 180 people the other night and they stopped counting at 180. So you've got to get down here early, get a queue, bring your deck chair down, sit in front of the fire. I'll pan around so you can see how many people are here. Anyway, John's damper experience ticked off. Bullara Station. on to the next experience, but you have to wait for tomorrow for that, legends. Peace out, good night, sleep well. All right, so we've just kick-started our beer bottle walk. It's just gone after 4 in the afternoon. As you can see, there's the sign for the walk itself. So it's supposed to be about a 3k round trip. Not too bad, not too strenuous. We'll share a little bit of the hike with you, but we timed it a little bit late in the afternoon. Don't drink all the water, we've only just started. We've timed it a bit late in the afternoon because apparently there's a good sunset from here. So we have Janssen Airlines on board, and hopefully we can send that up to get a nice shot of the sunset from Bullara Station. Anyway, let's do this beer bottle walk. Let's go. Oh, that's cute, Demi. See? Hello, Mr. Ed. So as you walk along, you can see why it's got its name, Beer Bottle Walk. A few little cans and bottles of the like left in the trees, but pretty flat, easy going walk this one. Heart rate all of about 78 beats a minute. As you can see, it's flat. It's not even really corrugated. All right, so we've arrived to the end of the beer bottle track, and when you get to the end, you get greeted with this sign of Sunset Hill. And as you can see, there's a hill up there, some chairs, we'll pull up queue. Reason being, sunset. It's gonna be over there, right behind us. So there's a few spots along here, some chairs up there as well. Yeah, wherever, love.
Start it up.
Well, there you go, folks. Welcome aboard Janssen Airlines. We hope you enjoyed your flight over Bullara Station, Ningaloo outback, just taking in those colours of the sunset of the west, setting in the ocean, Ningaloo Reefway, from inland outback Bullara.
I really want to show you something. This is cool. Really cool.
What could it be? Follow the wifey, follow.
And it's really cool too.
Oh.
Well, Mum already said that, but it's actually really pretty.
So it's in the bushes here. So we noticed it when we walked past. So keep going. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Have a look in here.
Oh, it's all shells.
Yeah, it's shells.
It's like they're making a nest in here.
So this is a bowerbird nest.
Yeah, right.
So what the bowerbirds do is they make their nest and they decorate it with all of this stuff to attract their mates.
Oh.
And then they can do the deed and go
So-
about their own ways.
That there's the shag pad.
That's the shag pad.
Well, good morning, everyone. As you can tell, we've arrived in Coral Bay. There's the bay just behind us over there. We're just walking to our tour bus now, and we're going to get underway. So we hope you enjoy this Manta Ray dive. It's an early start this morning. We hope you enjoy this Manta Ray dive with us today. And as I said, similar to the whale shark dive, we'll share really transparently the whole tour itself, and then we'll give you a bit of an indication of what it costs for the tour, what the equipment's like, and just an overall review of the overall day and its experience itself. Hey, the fish dinner. Morning, g'day. Check out how clear that water is. Look at it, you can see the bottom. That's sick. Oh wow. legends, we're on the drive back home after that sensational day diving with the Manta Rays of Coral Bay. How'd you rate it, babe?
It's up there. Let me say it is up there. It is very well up there. Like,
give it a 10 out of 10. What would you give it out of 10?
A 10. Ooh. I gotta watch the road, babes.
So, sorry about that. Thanks for driving, because we're just having a little beverage to celebrate what's been a wonderful day. So just a quick recap, we did the day tour with Marine Eco Safari. Again, a young, energetic, bubbly team, brought a lot of life and vibe to the day and the experience as a whole. Everyone was so friendly, everyone was so helpful, everyone was just, the vibe was good on the boat.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. So big plug for Marine Eco Safari. We paid $226 per person for the day, which included a bit of a morning tea, some biscuits and some cake, free coffee and tea, plus then a lunch, which was cold meat, sandwiches and so forth. I didn't actually film that, sorry guys, I was having too much fun. We spent a lot of time in the water today, so yeah, you get morning tea, lunch included, no afternoon tea, but I think for 226 bucks.
They put on a fruit platter.
Sorry, I tell a lie, you're right. Hostess with the most over here. Afternoon tea, fruit was offered, fruit platter was offered, so I think for 226 it's up there with one of my best experiences in terms of value. Again, I think, you know, WA can be quite expensive as a whole when you're travelling, predominantly your camps fees and caravan parks, but in terms of the eco tours we've been on, the whale shark dive, which if you haven't seen it, get on it, it's the video before this one. And this tour today with the manta ray dives, we've seen turtles, we've seen dolphins.
It's all the unexpected stuff, you know, because we went there like wanting to swim with manta rays, but we've seen whales, we've seen turtles, we've seen 2 sharks. So one was a grey nurse, one was a bronzy. What else did we see? We've seen so many things. We've seen like the manta rays, obviously. So we've seen 3 different ones. One was just on its own, and then there was a girl and a boy, because they were, what do they call it, mating, chain mating, or whatever they call it.
Well, you'll see it in the footage, the smaller one behind the bigger one is the bloke, the female one is the bigger one. Turn right here, love. So those manta rays at the end we've seen 2 species of different types of manta rays as well. And how cool were the turtles? They were so placid and chilled and relaxed and awesome to hang out with. So we've had a sensational day.
Maybe they overloaded on the jellyfish that they kept eating.
Yeah, they eat the jellyfish as well. So we've just got some from the young guy that took some photos on board. Do you remember his name? Dan. Big shout out to Dan if you're watching or see this. He was the photographer for the day. He did a great job. We've spent $60 to get a whole bunch of photos from him today as well. Even though we've got the GoPro, you just get a different, I guess, perception with the big underwater lens camera that he's got as well. So if we get the photos before I edit this and upload it and share it to YouTube for you guys and girls to see, I'll drop some pictures here somewhere. If you don't see him now, it's because we haven't got him yet before I edit and get this uploaded. But yeah, just these 2 experiences, the whale shark dive and now the manta rays, are just so majestic. It's surreal moments, you just pinch yourself.
It's epic. And these ones are like the points of difference between the ones that we've just done with the whale sharks and the manta rays, as opposed to the great whites and the crocodiles. Obviously you can't swim in the wild with them, but the best thing about doing what we did these past couple of days, you know, with the manta rays and the whale sharks, is that they're in their own environment and you're just swimming along with them while they're doing their own thing. Yeah. And that's like the coolest thing. Yeah, we were talking about that. Like, I've got a real soft spot for the great white shark, absolutely, and I so appreciate that opportunity that I had to dive with them. But there's just something different about this experience. You're seeing animals in their natural habitat, in their natural flight, whereas a great white shark dive, even though it was an incredible experience, you're in cold water, cold climate, you're in a cage and the animals are being baited towards the cage, so you're not actually seeing them in their natural flight. But obviously you have to be caged because they will eat you. But well, there is a tour here which I'm interested in doing. Oh, it's the There's a Coral Bay tiger shark dive that you can do, and you
you can free dive with them. And we did see a tiger shark, which you would have seen in the footage earlier. That was a good sized tiger as well. That was probably around the 3 meter mark. That was just scooting along in the water there as we were like sort of cruising up alongside it in the boat. There is one boat and one company, only one company that does it in Coral Bay, where you can actually jump in the water with the tiger shark. Should we book that in tomorrow? Well, we can't book it in tomorrow because tomorrow we're headed inland, guys. So the next episode that we're going to share with you, we're actually headed into do some bush camping, even though we've shared a little bit of Bullara and we've come from the coastline of Coral Bay today. But tomorrow we head 6 and a bit hours inland. We head to Tom Price, which great little town we're looking forward to exploring and sharing with you. And then we're heading into Karajini National Park. So we're in Tom Price for 9 days. Now we had to stay there because we've got 2 dogs. It's the only place you can stay with dogs. So what we'll do is we'll do day trips. We'll have sort of a day trip in, have a day off, day trip in, day off. That's why I've opted to stay there for 9 days, 9 nights in total.
Because there's a lot to do there.
And then after that, we're headed back over to Exmouth because there's so much more swimming and coastline.
Swimming, fishing, more like
well, you know, that too.
Which is fine.
And snorkeling.
Yeah,
we've got so much.
We've got to do
oyster stacks. We want to share with you a lot of that cool stuff along Cape Range. We'll get over to that side in the next few weeks to share that with you guys and girls. But yeah, if you got any questions or comments, drop them down below. As always, we'd love to hear from you. And thanks for joining us on this episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed this behind the scenes experience, a little snapshot and snippet of Bullara Station through to Coral Bay, Manta Ray dive. It's been a long day swimming, kicking and paddling, but we hope you've enjoyed this content that we've shared with you. And let me know your thoughts. I've just bought the GoPro 10. I've changed a few of the settings, particularly with the water footage that I've taken today. Let me know if you've noticed any shift or change in the content quality in the underwater stuff that I've shared with you, because I'm trying to tweak stuff just to make your experience at home better than ever before, and almost like it's reality that you're almost swimming in the water with us and being on this journey with us. But whatever you do, guys, thanks for following Young Nomads, and as we always say,
live free.
Live free. See you next week.